Y'all guys, I'm gonna give you all about what's going on in Dolphin Nation right now. Chilling park right now. But yeah, man, a lot going on. Man, just good news, man. I can't wait to talk about it. See if some of y'all come in the room. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. Don't be stingy. Please hit that like button. What up, Adam? Shout out to you, man. Glad you're here with us. Glad y'all here with us, man. How y'all doing today? This is Hump Day, a beautiful Wednesday. Well, at least where I am. Cameron Cox, what's up, man? Jeffrey Milares, what's up with you, man? How y'all doing? Rip Tupac, shout out to you, man. And Cameron in here, Edward Manning, what's up? Hey, guys. Hey, 17 in the room, only 5 likes. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. Hit that like button on y'all way in. We know a lot of people probably off from work. We're probably going to have a good stream. But we're going to talk about some good stuff going on with the organization, man. Hey, what's up, TD? I'm good, Bubba. New car? Not yet. Rental, man. I will. I'm just waiting on this current, the one that I had that got totaled, to get off of my my report, because I don't want to have that on the report as far as more debt to credit ratio, because I want a better interest rate, man. Y'all drafted one of my defensive linemen. Hey, that's what we do, man. Hit that like button. You must be Clemson. Hit that like button, baby. Fins up. What's up, TD? I just had a Sinborn. I will send the picture to you. Sinborn, Sunborn, I think that's what you meant. Horsey, for sure, man. Congratulations, by the way, man. Congratulations, man. You're gonna be a great father, bro. For real. What's up, Mystical? Nah, I knew you meant son, Horsey head. You're gonna be a great father, man. Do your thing, man. Take care of your little one for sure, man. I'm glad to catch a live stream, bro. All right, man, let's go ahead and dive in, y'all. Y'all hear all this news circulating, man. I know it's been real slow lately, and this is that part of the season where it does get a little slow. And y'all already know me. If y'all were with me last year, y'all know I don't like making fluff videos just to bring y'all videos talking about the same stuff. But we do have some new things that interest me. That has my mind thinking about the direction of the organization, the direction of the team, and I'm in love with it, man. I'm excited. I am excited and excited. A few things. First and foremost, Josh Rosen. I'm glad to hear that we're getting some very positive vibes at the later part of this camp. A lot of things we're leaning towards. Hey, he's learning. He has making his mistakes, but showing a few glances. Now you're starting to hear all that. Hey, the deep ball looking good. Receivers are actually getting excited about the potential of what they can do with them, and a lot more positive things that's happening on the field for Josh Rosen, man. So big ups to the kid. I hope he continues that, keeps it going. I know Fitzpatrick still hasn't fell off, but at the end of the day, it's still making them, hey, look at this. I love the breed competition environment that we have, because that's pretty much summing up a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about. Because some stories, TD, I look so much deeper into things than many people do. So I put 2 and 2 together. I put 3 and 3 together, 4 and 4, 2 and 8 together. I be putting a lot of stuff together because sometimes it turns out that those things are factors for our future where you can predict certain things, man. Tiger Nation TD, what's up? I'm here. Shout out to you, Napstrid Hip Hop. Preston balling too. Hey, we about to talk about Preston, man. You're getting there too soon. You about to make me go into it, man. Matter of fact, let's go into Preston Williams, man. Man, listen. This is my point, y'all. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all. When some of y'all get mad at me for what I believe is the truth, some of y'all get mad at me for speaking the truth, okay? Preston Williams is a weapon. I said, hey, but we're going to slow down. He's still got to earn his place. Go check out my receiver video that I did. But Preston Williams is the real deal. I was already telling y'all, when you got a young receiver that's making $750,000 a year, I forgot what his exact amount is, but it ain't far off from that. When you got a young kid like that who is hungry, that done been through some stuff, man, and now out of camp, he is impressing. He is actually opening a lot of people's eyes. Josh Rosen talking highly of him. And let me tell you what Josh Rosen sneaks in his little You know, and I like it kind of because Josh Rosen is trying to silently, but you can see it through certain things he says, implant himself as the leader in Miami. He says things about Preston Williams like, man, I can't wait. You know, this kid is doing some special things. I can't wait to grow with him. Man, I don't care. Y'all think that's just normal talk, being positive? Josh Rosen know what he doing. He know Preston Williams got them skills, and he's going to go ahead and sell this young kid because he can already see this kid's going to be on this roster. I mean, I'm out here every day watching this kid play. He's going to be on this roster, so let me make sure I include myself in this conversation. I can't wait to grow with this kid. I can't wait to grow with this kid. That's Josh Rosen saying, I can tell. If I end up being the guy here in Miami, and I look forward to being the guy, and I hope it turns out this way, he's going to be a primary target of mine in the future. He's going to be one of my weapons long term. Period, man. This kid is out there balling, man. Balling. And look at y'all. I see y'all talking about him in the chat. What up, Rodney? Preston Williams. What is the supporting cast around Rosen like? Good, bad, average, or awful? I say good. We can get on that later. Remind me the same question after I get on my high horse talking about all the stuff I'm going to be talking about. I'll answer that for you. That's a great question. Ibrahim, hopefully you're still around. Ask it again, man. Man, 2 contested end zone TDs in camp. Preston Williams. I told y'all he was the most complete receiver on the roster. I like Preston. What up, TD? What up, James? But that's what I'm talking about, man. He is another Chris Chambers. And Rosen was talking about his size, too. He one of them big frame receivers, big guy, got the speed, got the hands, grabbing balls. Man. And y'all say he got to stay out of trouble, though? Man, I'm done with that, man. In today's world, these kids now, like Preston Williams, should have enough evidence to show them, don't blow away a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I have a potential of being something great. I have a potential to make a lot of money for my family and take care of my future generations. These kids got enough examples. I mean, I can sit here and name examples forever. And not only do they have enough bad examples, but they got enough good examples too. One of those examples being a Laramie Tunsil on the roster. Good example, man. Kenny Steele's draft bio said that he may be a problem off the field. Real talk. Kenny Steele's, before he got drafted in the NFL, his bio said that his off the field issues are a concern. He got people in our own organization who has overcome that. See, people don't talk about that type of stuff enough. They just want to talk about the guys who off the field, the domestic violence, the child abuses, the drug addictions, the whatever it may be, the stealing, the scams, the whatever they are, man. That's all they want to talk about. But they're not going to mention Kenny Stills. They're not going to mention Laramie Tunsil. He got enough evidence right in front of him on the offensive side of the ball, might I add, and one of them in the receiving group. Man, this kid, man, y'all keep an eye out for him, man. Keep your eyes on Preston Williams. Now, we got to get down to business. We got to talk about what y'all don't want to talk about when it comes to Preston Williams. And it ain't got nothing to do with Preston Williams. Wait, hold on. Pump the brakes. Preston still got a pass. Devontae Parker said nobody. LOL. Oh, I was about to get on you, J. Rose. Because even though you were joking, some people may have that actual thought process, but it ain't about Devontae Parker. See, they have that. See, first of all, y'all have to understand something. Y'all make it seem like all our team needs is the one big body receiver to go up and get it. Like Devontae Parker. All we need is one speed guy that stretches the field like Kenny Stills and a whole bunch of slot guys that can go across the middle and just kill you like Jakeem Grant, Albert Wilson. No! Teams ain't trying to do that, man. It just so happened, what y'all have to realize, There's more capable slot guys in today's NFL than there are big body Preston Williams, Devontae Parker, Bryce Butler. There are more slot guys capable of doing well than there are big body receivers that you need. Think about that. There are more of those guys. So when you have a guy like a Preston Williams, a Bryce Butler, a Devontae Parker, you want to see if you can get two of them out of that. You don't just need the one guy. So some people may look at this move as this is an opportunity for a young guy to come in and take it from Devontae Parker. And Devontae Parker, we don't honor his second year and get rid of him. That ain't what they trying to do. They trying to get Devontae Parker balling. They trying to get Preston Williams balling. If they can, they'll have two of them out there. And some of y'all may be like, oh, but what would they do with Kenny Stills if we have two out there? Truth be told, they would probably rather Kenny Stills in the slot than Albert Wilson, than Jakeem Grant. This is a fact, y'all. They would rather Kenny Stills in that slot because listen, we love Albert Wilson and we love Jakeem Grant. But don't y'all ever get it twisted and don't think those guys are limited. Those are limited receivers. They're just so explosive and good at what they do, and the slot is a primary target in today's NFL that it makes it seem, let's keep it 100. It makes it seem like those guys are more valuable than the Devontae Parkers and stuff of the world. Yeah, they put up greater numbers. They score more touchdowns. They look more explosive. But trust me when I tell you, they are not more valuable because you can find those type of guys anytime. Any of us would say Jakeem Grant and Albert Wilson is better than Danny Amendola. But at the end of the day, when you look at the numbers, they're not far off, ladies and gentlemen. When you look at the numbers, they're not far off. These guys, you don't even need those type of guys. I'm going to be quite honest with you. You love to have them in the open field, but it's not the end-all be. Teams would rather have two big-time body receivers on the outside. Kenny Stills has stretched the field, but imagine you having two big body receivers stretching the field, coming across the middle on deep routes, and Kenny Stills in that slot. See, that's another thing. Albert Wilson in the slot is dangerous in the first 15 yards. When do you ever see Albert Wilson going off deep? Jakeem Grant, dangerous in the first 15 yards. When do you ever see him getting off deep? Yeah, they make a few. All receivers do. But when have they ever been the deep threat? And most of the time when they are a deep threat is because they were in the slot and they wheel their way out behind the secondary wide open. Those guys aren't deep threats. Now imagine having a slot receiver that's a deep threat like a Kenny Stills. Truth be told, there's even an article that just came out where the numbers show you Kenny Stills is actually more effective in the slot than any receiver on the Dolphins roster. Truth be told, because what you don't see is sometimes Kenny Stills line up in the slot catching 50-yard deep touchdown passes from Tannehill in the past. But people ain't noticed he started in the slot on a lot of those. Albert Wilson and Grant ain't doing that. In the perfect world, I can tell you now, Flores and O'Shea would love an emerged Devontae Parker on the outside, a fresh new Preston Williams on the outside, Kenny Stills in the slot, and the tight end doing his thing, and Jakeem Grant and Albert Wilson and the rest of those boys are the fourth and fifth receiver when they want to run an open package. When they got four wide, that's when those other guys get a chance. That's the truth, y'all. I know some of y'all don't like to hear that, but that's how that in a perfect world, that's what they would love. But we have to maximize the weapons that we have. So that's why you see players like Wilson always in the game and maybe in the slot, or even go outside sometimes on decors for bubble screens or whatever it may be. That's why you see Jakeem Grant lining up on the far outside sometimes, because these are the weapons we have. We have to use them, even if it's not ideal for a 5'11" wide receiver that's small to be on the outside. It's just what we had, and we utilized it, and it was good. It was good, but you want to see your receiving core open up? Let Devontae Parker not have as much pressure on him, and he actually plays at an 8-level football. Let Preston Williams get his shot, and I'm going to tell you, if Preston Williams get his shot, he going to shine. Let him get his shot and emerge in this league. Let Kenny Stills be sitting there in that slot. And let me tell you the beautiful thing that's set up about it for the Dolphins. Let me tell you the beautiful thing about it. It might only be temporary, like, oh my gosh, y'all. I'm just keeping it 100, okay? I'm keeping it 100. Flores, and we're going to talk about Rashad Jones next. I just decided it based off of what I want to say real quick. Flores made it clear. Ain't nobody got nothing guaranteed. We're not talking about Rashad Jones yet, but he made it clear. Rashad got to earn his starting spot back when he get back. Oh, my gosh. I'm in love with Flores, man. I'm in love with it. Hey, ain't no media crap. Ain't no Adam Gase. Well, Rashad, he rehabbing on his own. He's been a leader for so many years. He's going to come back, get back in shape, and take his position and be a leader on his team. Hell no. Flores ain't hearing none of that crap. Flores, he got to earn his spot when he get back. Ain't no guaranteed spots. I forgot the words he used, but ain't no guaranteed spots. You got to earn it when you get back. I know some of y'all Rashad Jones lovers, and I love Rashad Jones, but I keep it 100. I know some of y'all that don't want to hear none of that and just all team Rashad Jones want to sit here and say, yeah, but he going to earn his spot. You better slow down. You better slow down. If you thinking, he going to earn his spot, though, you better slow down. You better slow your roll believing that. You can believe it. I have confidence that he can. But if you having that I'm shouting now, the baby shouting. Y'all done got me hyped. I'm sorry, okay? And here, I forgot to give you your water. Here you go. Man, listen. Y'all better slow down, man. Rashad Jones can easily be phased out soon. And I'm not talking about off the roster. I am telling you, Rashad, believe it or not, Rashad Jones can end up being a guy coming off the bench, sparing safeties. I am telling you now, I am not playing. This is not me making man, I am telling you. The longer Rashad Jones ain't there, the longer these coaches get to see these other guys in a whole new system with all kind of schemes, with all kind of different looks. I'm going to tell you now. Now, this is the part that I'm speculating on, but I'm going to tell you, if Rashad Jones wait till the regular training camp to show up, if he waits till the regular training camp to show up, I'm going to tell you now, this is what I feel is going to happen. These guys going to be practicing on the first unit. Rashad's going to be practicing on the first unit. I think Flores and O'Shea and those guys, I mean, not O'Shea, but I think Flores and the defensive coordinator and those guys, they going to test Rashad Jones when they get back. They going to have him in that secondary, playing with the second unit, letting these young guys shine. That's even if they have intentions on saying, we're going to try to work him back in the starting job. We know what he can do. But they're going to test him. They're going to put him in that second role. They're going to see if he can live with that mentality of team over self. Because don't think they ain't wide open on what was happening yet last year with him getting benched, him freestyling on play. You think Flores finna be going for freestyling? That does not happen in New England, ladies and gentlemen. When they were in New England, there is no such freaking thing, not unless this play calls for you to be able to, and that is few in between. They are going to test him. They're going to send him with that second unit. I would go as far as guessing. I could be wrong, and I may be wrong when it comes first preseason game. But if this happens, y'all remember you heard it here first. First preseason game, he may not even come out there with the first team defense. He might be out there with the second team. See, he might be out there on the second team. I mean, they're going to do that not because of so much of his playing, but we need to, you know what they're discovering right now in camp? Let's identify who are the guys who are for the team before themselves. Let's put all these guys in weird positions, make them feel uncomfortable in their natural, like say a player plays defensive end like Charles Harris. We'll talk about it in a second too. Say a player plays defensive end like Charles Harris. They're going to put him at linebacker, have him learning new stuff. They're going to make him feel threatened at his original playing time at DN, and they got me working out at linebacker. We're going to make you uncomfortable in that regards. And that means we putting you in a new position based off of our scheme to see if you can handle it, even though they got some linebackers and other guys that they brought in they feel can handle. We're going to make everybody feel uneasy, like nothing is guaranteed. We're going to make everybody feel like when we come into preseason game 1, which position am I playing today, coach? I don't even feel like I have a solidified starting job at any certain position, but I've been learning a lot. And they're going to see if those guys get frustrated and aggravated or feel some type of way about that between now and preseason. Everybody who folds is starting to come to coaches. Coach, man, when can I get more snaps at this position or more? That's going to show them they don't get the big picture. That is team over themselves. And when they know who those guys are, then they're going to start inserting them on the depth chart where they belong. And it's going to be a true representation of how they feel about these guys, man, with a combination of their talent. Real talk, man. So Rashad Jones, I think he's going to get tested, man. When he comes back, he legitimately is going to have to earn. And y'all can't forget, Rashad Jones is the truth. But that's not act like he's not an older Rashad Jones. That's not act like he's not a more frequent injured Rashad Jones in these later years. That's not act like any of those things aren't happening. They had Bobby McCain playing safety. That's my point. They even snatched Bobby McCain out the nickel and corner and put him at safety and running major reps at it. The only person that I continue to tell y'all this, the only person or two people I would say, well, we know 3. We named it the other day. Tunsil has his guaranteed position. Xavier Howard has his guaranteed position, and we're going to talk about him in a moment too. And Minkah Fitzpatrick. But the only real floater that has multiple positions and he can literally say, I have all the positions and I feel like I'm going to be great in all the positions and I can start in any one of these positions at any given time is Minkah Fitzpatrick. He is the only one. That's why you got to understand he is more coveted than anyone on this team. I don't care that they gave X the big deal. Minkah is more coveted than anyone. Anyone on this roster. Period, man. I mean that. When you can play 4 positions, linebacker, nickel. When you can play 4 positions, you're not one of those guys that they're looking to when it's time for you to get the big deal. We'll just move on to the fresh guy with less money. He's the one whose jersey you buy. Only thing that can ruin that for his career going forward is an injury. But that's the jersey you buy. You know how many people when they've got a Xavier Howard jersey and 3 years from now, I hope he's on the roster, but you don't know. 3 years from now, you don't know if that's still going to be the case. Minkah Fitzpatrick is the only person you can buy a jersey and feel good about it. Period, man. His flexibility will allow him to be on this roster for a long time. Very long time. Retired Dolphin. They envision him being that Palomalu type who can come down, literally get back in that safety position, come down in the linebacker position when necessary, be in that nickel. Even better than Palomalu. And I know that's saying a lot. I'll slow my brakes, but I hope so. But yeah, man, Howard is on the roster to take every team number 1 wide receiver and shadow them everywhere they go. I'm glad you said that, Kay, because I'll talk about that briefly about Xavier Howard. I know we were supposed to finish about Rashad Jones. He in trouble. But I like it because if he takes on the challenge, that means we're going to be that much better. But Xavier Howard, let me comment on your number 1 receiver thing. Let's back up for a second. I'm a huge person on words. I read words very well in the order that they're put, the tone that's conveyed behind them, and I try to get true meaning behind words. Y'all better stop with all this, Howard, repeat that, man. See, KJ and Flores said it himself. Flores did not say that, K. Stop. You got to look at the fine. Listen to every word Flores said. Flores didn't say he's going to shadow every number one guy in the league on every week and every game. He did not say that. That's why I pay attention to words. I'm going to tell you what he said. Someone needs to check and see how many passes Xavier actually broke up. Yeah, that's a good one. Let me read the last one before I tell you what Flores actually said. Howard will shadow the receiver that gives our team the best matchup, whether it's their number one or number two that gives the team the best chance. Exactly, Lucas. That's totally different. I'm trying to get rid of it. But anyway, because somebody I can call later. He did not say that Xavier Howard's about to shadow the number one guy. So if literally, let me take a team with the best receiver. Let's see, whoever Antonio Brown plays for. I done forgot. I know Odell Beckham, Landry with Cleveland. Antonio Brown is with. I forgot who he with already, which is crazy. But anyway, that does not mean Xavier Howard is going to be guarding Antonio Brown. Flores said Xavier Howard may shadow the best receiver on the other team or whatever is best for the offense for that given week. Everybody, it's the number one guy every week. Do you see how they change small little details? He never committed to every week. He never said Xavier Howard is going to be shadowing the number one guy every week. To me, that's no different from what Burke was doing. They would put him on like 8 out of the 16 weeks. He ended up matching up against the number one guy. But it was sometimes the number one guy would change sides and go to the left side, and Xavier Howard wouldn't move with him. He would stay over there on the other side. So that's not what he meant. But I do like that he said that he will be playing. There are times he will be playing this side of the field if it's best for Xavier Howard to guard the best guy, then that's what makes sense. Let me tell you what Flores meant by that. Flores left room in that. That meant that if the best guy on the other team is going to murder Xavier Howard, then that doesn't mean I'm going to put Xavier Howard on him all game. I might put Mika at corner and have Rashad Jones on help side on him all game and let Xavier Howard guard the second best guy because I know he's capable of locking him down. But that don't mean he finna lock down Odell Beckham. That don't mean he finna lock down Antonio Brown. I'm not finna be a fool. So people, stop making stuff up. So Flores left it open. I am going to put Xavier Howard against a good wide receiver, which could make it better for our offense. Xavier Howard on Antonio Brown is not better than a Minka on Antonio with a Rashad Jones help. But you are wasting if you put Xavier Howard on this guy and put Mika on the second guy with Rashad Jones help. Odell Beckham might still get off on Xavier Howard. Don't get it twisted. You're not going to stop the top 5 receivers out here one-on-one. Stop making it. That takes nothing from Xavier Howard. Hell, you seen Ramsey get mopped up by some of these number one guys. Yeah, there are games where he does better and he's locking some guys up. But these number one receivers, the top 5 in the league, they're going to get theirs no matter what. So it's better to put a good corner and a great safety on that guy and put an Xavier Howard on the number 2 receiver and force them to throw to the number 1 guy. That's how you lock up a secondary. That's how you lock up a secondary. Your quote-unquote lockdown corner shouldn't be playing the number 1 if it's a top 5 guy. Now, he can play the number 1 guy if your number 1 guy on the other team is like a 12th rated receiver. Remember, there are 32 quote-unquote number 1 receivers in the league. There are 32 of them. Only top 5 you can't stop. So, yes, now you put Xavier Howard on the other 20-something. Man to man. It might work. That's what this is about. You got to understand offensive scheme. This has more X hate. Just kidding. Man, y'all stop with that X stuff. I am not hating on Xavier Howard. I'm showing y'all football. Xavier Howard would help the team more locking down the number 2 guy. Locking them down. If you can take an option away altogether, that's more effective than you putting Xavier Howard on the best receiver, top Odell Beckham or Antonio Brown. Y'all done lost y'all freaking mind if you thinking he finna lock them up one-on-one without safety help. But that's a waste of safety help. Put a mediocre receiver over there, or not your best receiver. And that's why you might have times where Bobby McCain or Minka Fitzpatrick is playing corner. When we play the best receivers in the league, watch Minka probably be on that receiver just for all the underneath with speed. If you cutting across the field, Minka can keep up with you. If you're a deep threat, if you happen to get past Minka, we got one of our best safeties backing him up, always shadowing. And now let Xavier Howard sit over there and lock down that number 2 receiver. We locking down your receiving core all day. We locking your receiving core all day. Now y'all get to see what real football is about. You get to dive into what real scheme is about. If you talk about I'm hating on Xavier Howard, then you don't know football. This has nothing to do with Xavier Howard. It's more to do with allowing Xavier Howard to have another Pro Bowl year, locking up everybody he get by putting him in the best position possible every week. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, man. I know, Anthony, you don't think I hate X, but some people think I do when I say things like that. But I'm talking bigger picture. I'm talking football, man. I'm talking football. Some people really get upset with me whenever I say things like this about X. I didn't say anything that wasn't a compliment about him. Now, if you saying that he can't man up Odell Beckham and not Landry, but the Antonio Browns of the world, then we just got a huge difference, football difference of opinion. But do y'all realize what this is setting up for our defense? I'm so freaking excited. I'm so freaking excited. We are creating versatility based off of the opponent. Versatility based off of the opponent. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Name any team. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. I'm going to play a little game with y'all real quick. Name one of the best receiving cores in the league. Name them right now. Name them right now. Name the team that got the best receiving core in the team and give me their top 3 receivers. Give them to me right now. I'm going to show y'all something, man. I'm going to show y'all something. Give me one team and name the 3 receivers, their top 3 receivers. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how Flores is going to build this roster to lock it down. Lock it down, man. Please, somebody, please give me the team and name the 3 receivers. Because I ain't going to remember all 3 receivers. I'm telling y'all. I'll know them as soon as you say it. Vikings, you're naming the teams, but give me the 3 receivers. Give me their 3 top receivers if anybody know it. I'm going to show you how Flores is building this roster where we are going to lock them down, and I'm going to show y'all how it's realistic. And you can literally say, that makes a lot of sense. And you'll have a lot more excitement about the defense we about to bring in. You'll have a lot more excitement, man. Now, we're going to start Brendan Morris. Brendan Morris said Cup, Cooks, and Woods. Who's the number 1 receiver? Who's the number 1 receiver? We're going to start there. Cup, Cooks, and Woods. Woods is the number 1 receiver, right? Now, the Dolphins coaching staff can go into every week like this. Do you think? Now, I ain't asking y'all to play hometown favorites, okay? Do not play hometown favorites with Xavier Howard. Keep it 100 so that we can win this game. I want y'all to be the coach real quick, okay? If Cooks is I think Cooks is the number 1 receiver, by the way, and Woods is number 2. Do you think that Xavier Howard can lock down Cooks one-on-one? Can Xavier Howard lock down right, you're right about that. Hold on, let me see my battery. Dang, I'm at 5%. Crap. Man, if Xavier Howard can take Cooks out one-on-one, Xavier Howard will stick Cooks all game. Now, you got Woods then you got Woods, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and safety help, right? Now, your last receiver, running a 3-4, we're not allowing all that middle of the field stuff. Do y'all see how they're gonna map this? Before my phone dies, because obviously I can't get to everything because my phone at 4% and dying fast. Let's go with the Browns even. Landry, Odell Beckham, Callaway. Watch this. Odell Beckham, the number one. I'm not going to feed into y'all. I don't think Xavier Howard can just lock Odell down number one all day. So you put Minkah for the crossing routes in the underneath comeback routes and let him play as aggressive as he want, and you got Rashad Jones over the top. Odell Beckham, quiet day. Landry. Xavier Howard should be able to man up Landry all day if he that dude. If he that dude, right? And Callaway, 3-4 defense once again. And I'm not even mentioning Bobby McCain. I'm not mentioning these guys. I'm talking about Minkah Fitzpatrick, Rashad Jones, and Xavier Howard. Just that triple combo right there. They can give all the teams with great receivers different looks. And since we're running a 3-4, we have help around the middle of the field, and we have better run pursuit. This is what they're designing any given week. Any given week to change Xavier Howard's role to customize to what type of receiving core we're playing. And that is actually a compliment to Xavier Howard because they get to change their game plan based off of him. But Minkah is the ultimate gun. They can do so much more because of Minkah. That's literally a compliment to Xavier Howard, y'all. It's okay over there spitting. I know, man. I'm hyped, man. Kids are almost in harmony. We try, baby. They can all lock up. Not many teams should give this defense secondary issues. Still got to fix the run defense. But that's why they're switching to a 3-4. Trust me, the run, if we set the edge right, on the 3-4, the two ends, if they set the edge right, that's why they practicing with 25 guys on setting the edge alone. Even the man, oh my gosh. The man is so much I want to freaking talk about right now. My phone's at 3% and it's dying, man. When this stream cut off, that means my phone died. There's so much I want to talk about. I want to talk about the 3-4, what they envision. I want to talk about even the Charles Harris, putting him at that linebacker position, how that's going to get a defense problems, how it's going to get a tackles problems. And I love how it's going to get a tackle problems because it's going to put more pressure on Laramie Tunsil and make him better going against 3-4 defenses. We know Laramie Tunsil is A1 in the 4-3 defenses that he goes against because he usually has a dedicated guy trying to come around the corner. But in 3-4, with Charles Harris standing up, you don't know if he's rushing or if he's dropping back. It's giving those tackles more to think about. It's giving them a lot more to think about, man. It's helping on the defensive end and the offensive end. The way this team is built, man, is so many attributables. This is causing this. This is going to help that. People don't see it. We're building a football team. All people recognize in today's world are the stars. And they wonder why the team that keeps on winning don't even have the most stars. They literally have like 2 stars and that's it. Gronk and Brady. And now they only got 1. But they keep winning. And all these other teams building up 4 or 5, 6 stars thinking that's supposed to get it done. 9 stars. Man, the way we're building this, we're building a solid team. That's why all this crap, we gonna win 3 games, 2 games, 1 game, no games. They don't know football. They are going solely off of talent. Do you know they have a thing that says this player is good enough to win you at least 1.5 games? This player is good enough to at least win you 0.75 games. They go off of stuff like that. They go off of stuff like Odell Beckham talent can at least win you one game. Landry wins you about 0.75. This person for the Browns wins you at least half a game. Those guys alone are going to bring you 2.25 more wins per season. If they won 8 last year, they're going to win over 10 this year. They're going to the playoffs. That's how they freaking make these predictions. What the heck? And they wonder why these super teams get together and they losing all chaos in this area. They say LeBron is worth at least 15 more games for the Lakers. And they did worse. No, but TDE was hurt. I don't want to hear all that crap. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Even when he wasn't hurt, they was on par to do the same thing they did the year before. They got to stop this crap, man. They got to learn football and then analyze stuff, man. We building a team, y'all. One that's competitive all the way around, where we gonna get the best play out of everybody on the field because they know the guy behind them can replace them like that. And the coaching staff don't mind replacing you like that. It's beautiful, man. If you don't see what we building, you don't understand, man. We've never had this in the past. So when people say, oh, it's going to be the same old Dolphins getting excited about nothing. No, we never had this before. We never had this, man. Never. We're building our team based off of defense first. We're trying to create a team that don't want to allow anybody to score more than 20 points a game. Nobody. And a matter of fact, not only don't allow them to matter of fact, man, if I know Flores and them, they're trying to create a defense that averages around 16 to 17 points given up a game, no more. And create a defensive touchdown, average 1 a game. And they're telling their offense, all you have to do is be a 10-point team a game. Of course they want more. You know that. If we can be more explosive, we gonna run that ball. If teams would consistently just run the ball, every team will score at least 10 points a game. Just having a great running game. But it's the coaches that get so inconsistent and get out of what can work. Man, I'm telling you, that's what they're going to start this team off of in a rebuild. It's going to be predicated on defense, not giving up anything, having great field position because of the defense, and getting 7 points a game from the defense. Then they're going to turn it to, I mean, think about it. We got turnover guys on our team. We're a good turnover team. We create turnovers. Let's keep it 100. It's just that our offense was also giving away turnovers last year. Don't forget that. That's why he said we got to fix these small things and we're going to be straight. Man, I'm at 1% and I want to keep going. 1% and I'm going to keep going. This stream is going to shut out any second, just so y'all know, man. That's what it's going to be. A great defense giving us 7 points a game. And then they're going to say offense, we're giving you great field position. Offense, we're giving you a great running game. We got a fullback you're going to be running behind. Offense, get us 10 to 13 points a game, and we're a 10-win team easily. We will win more than we lose, unlike other teams, because we aren't going to allow more than 17 points. 16 points a game. Teams will score field goals at their best on us. We're not allowing those deep threats. Y'all see what we got in the secondary? You can't sleep on the Miami Dolphins secondary, ladies and gentlemen. You can't. You cannot sleep on our secondary. We got weapons and speed. You can't, man. You can't, man. True Fans fan said, where's my wrench? Hopefully it allows me to give it to you. There you go, True fans. You got it right before this phone dies, man. The phone is going to die in a moment, man. Be good, TD. Catch you later. All right, Lucas. What's up, True? You missed some true knowledge. We improved, but just getting rid of Matt Burke. No, we accelerated that improvement by getting rid of Matt Burke. We could have brought in another coach and improved. But if you don't see what we're in, oh my gosh, I didn't even talk about Christian Wilkins anchor in the middle.